Grand Rising. I just wanted to send out a tiny little message for individuals who may be going through something. If you're going through something, this too shall pass. Um, but that doesn't mean that you sit around in any negative feelings or any negative energy. This is the time where you need to fight for yourself, fight for your soul, because what happens when we get in these spots of darkness, more darkness likes to come because they feel like it's an opportunity to mess with you. So um, really put your guards up if you feel like you need to. If you're in a spot where you can't trust people or whatever is going on, because like I feel like there's people in their personal energy and it's just really off, and it you wake up disgruntled, you wake up feeling like heavy, So I'm gonna tell you what you should do. If you wake up in that energy, the first thing you need to do is pray to God. Like really pray. Don't sit there and ask him for nothing. Just pour your feelings out. However you feeling when you wake up, if you feel nasty inside, like negative or just real off, the first thing that you need to do is pray. You need to go to God, as just get it off your chest. Okay, that's what he's there for. He wants to hear that. The reason why he's there and the reason why he wants to hear that is because he already knows what's going on with you. That's why you're supposed to pray to God. That's why you're supposed to talk to God, because he already knows what is going on. So I know some people will wake up and go on the internet, or they'll wake up and call a friend and get to yapping. No, 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 no. The first energy that you are supposed to contact when you have these feelings is God. First, go within yourself and have a conversation with yourself, because to have a conversation with yourself is to truly have a conversation with God. Whether or not you believe that that is true, that's why we say God is within you. A lot of people are told you don't talk to yourself. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, to a certain point, it can get a little, hectic. But when you are having a conversation with God, you're having a conversation with yourself too. Okay, so I feel like if you are in this nasty, heavy energy, especially when you wake up, because I feel like, child, you went to sleep. You should wake up, rest. That's what sleep is for, right? So either you're going to sleep agitated or upset, which is not good, because that takes away from your sleep time, because now you don't put this energy into the universe, and so now it's going to come back to you. That's why you can't sleep at night. Maybe before you go to sleep, you need to do some prayer work, you know put on some music or something, soothing. But this waking up in the morning and you being disgruntled is not acceptable. It's not okay. And the reason why is because you mess up your day, then you go out into the world and you mess up other people's day. This it's like those days when I'm just having a bad day. It's one of those days. Yeah, everybody has them, but it's okay to have them. But once you step out into the world, you need to be mindful of how you're treating other people, because again, that comes back to you. Okay, just like, how you, like, sometimes, like think of something silly, like when a person opens the door and it hits them right back in the face, like that type of thing. That's what happens. That's what karma is, like a little boop. um so just keep that in mind, like anytime, whether you wake up or you're on your lunch break or whatever you're doing, and you feeling like energy trying to creep in and throw you off, just pray. That's what prayer is for. Prayer isn't always just for asking for a new car, asking for a new coat, or asking for a new house, or asking for more money. Like, child, that's not what prayer is for. Prayer is for the self-care, the soul work. This is why I feel like a lot of people are not tapped into self-care, because if you were, you would realize that praying is a part of self-care, soul care. That is what self-care is. So a lot of y'all need to start caring for yourself more, caring for your soul more, praying to God, asking God for guidance, at least for guidance, or a light to see something. Okay, because like I said in the beginning, he already knows what is happening around you, to you. He's the eyes in the sky. Like, like, and then you got your angels. Don't be afraid to talk to your loved ones either. The loved ones that aren't here anymore, don't be afraid to talk to them because they're around. Okay, and don't feel silly because you just opening up and you talking. Don't feel silly because they're there. They're already there, and they're already listening. They're already watching you. You can communicate with these folks. You can communicate with people who have transitioned and went to the other side because they're here. Let me tell you, that is real. Just because a body of flesh perishes doesn't mean that the soul does. You understand me? That's why it's called a transition. We're used to calling it funerals and homegoing celebrations, and we just ended at that. No. When a person when a person's body gives out, it's just the end of the body. It's not the end of the soul. You understand me? The soul is going to transition into something else. You understand me? That's why I heavily believe in reincarnation. Not everybody gets it, but I do believe in it. So when you are in these icky situations, just call on someone, whether it's a grandmother figure, a mother figure, a father, someone. It was someone special in your life that not here anymore in the flesh, but they're here in the spirit. You can call on them because I guarantee you they're around and they're listening. They know what's going on. Our guardian angels are there for us to do that. They're there for us to protect us. Like calling on ancestors and guardian angels, whatever you call them, calling on those individuals. That's not It's not all negative. It only becomes negative when you're putting a negative intention behind it. Prayer work is intentional, whether you're praying for good or you're praying for bad. Because, see, even prayer can be witchcraft. Because I know there's big talk and conversations and videos being told about witchcraft. Yes, witchcraft is very real. Voodoo, all of that, yes, is very real. But the intention is the realest part. That's what matters about when you're doing spell work or prayer work or meditation. It's the intention that you are setting. Even if you're doing projects for work or school, it is the intention. Even when you wake up and start your day, what are you intending to do? Are you intending to have a bad day? Or are you intending to have a good day? That intention sets off whatever you are trying to do. Okay, it's all about intention. Your intentions. Like, come on. I need people to really wake up. I mean, it's crazy because people sit here and watch me. I got 11 subscribers, but the majority of people that watch me are unsubscribed. So I know y'all hearing me, but at the same time, y'all are picking and choosing what y'all want to hear. Y'all missing messages. So I already know that this message is going to be passed up, but it's probably a message that someone needs to hear. You passing it up because you feel like it's not for you to hear. But I feel like people are passing up messages that they are supposed to hear. And that's probably why you're not moving forward like you're supposed to, because you were afraid to tap on those videos and watch that because you know that's what you need to work on. I already know. You ain't gotta fool me or tell me, baby. I already know. That's why you wake up disgruntled. That's why you wake up agitated, because you're missing something. You're seeing what you need to see, but you're not tapping into it to really, understand it or whatever. And you stop being afraid of that, because some sometimes, most of the times, the stuff that we're running from is the stuff that's going to heal us and make us better. Because what I've learned is we do need all of our emotions, even our sad emotion, even our angry emotion. Like, and I'm learning that we're trying to run from depression, and I understand that depression is no good thing, because you don't got to tell me, child, I am fluent in depression, baby. But I don't get stuck inside of it, because I know how to manipulate my own depression. And sometimes I allow myself to slip into it, because look at here. This is how I see depression. Depression is something that you're depressing from things, okay? You're decompressing from things, because that's what happens when you go into depression. You go into depression because so many things are surrounding you and messing with you, and you slip into this to get away from it. That's fine, but at the same time, you also need to know that piece of depression can be used for reflection. self-reflection. You need to be able to turn depression around and use it as, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity to look at myself, look within myself, look at my surroundings around myself, and see what's really going on. And that's a perfect time to sit there and talk to God. Okay, do you understand? We sit there and we try to take these things like depression and all of these other things as always negative. It's not always negative. This is something that we learned in science a long, long time ago when we were little bitties, is positive attraction and negative attraction. I always, when I say this, I always think of batteries. There's like, so there's some devices where batteries all go in alignment in the same order, right? But then there's some devices where the batteries go in like opposite directions to make something work. What I've learned is the batteries that go in opposite directions suck up the most energy because they're not balanced, I feel like. If that makes sense, I don't know. But then I noticed that that the devices that have batteries that all line up in the same direction, they seem to last longer. Those devices last longer. I'm only saying this because I have children and I'm always replacing batteries. Okay, so I just feel like when stuff is aligned straight away, like it's easier to deal with. But when it's like, topsy turvy, whatever, it's harder. But that's when you take that time when you're down and you try to fix it and make everything align as best as you can. So you want to tap into, maybe if you work this way, your ancestors or your angels, or if you don't, you solely work with God and you tap in with God and you say, God, what's up, what's going on? But you can't just sit there and slip into it and not do anything. If you slip into your depression, write something out, make a song, make a rap, write poetry, make a movie, do whatever you need to do. Put that depression into something and flip it. Okay, always flip your negativity, child. Don't sit in it, because the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to create a karma bubble. Okay, because that's normally what happens when people get inside of their feelings. They just start acting off of feelings and doing stuff, but sometimes our feelings can create problems for us. Okay, so you I just really recommend to always tap in with God. Always stop and just be like, God, please, I need you. And if that's all that you can get out, that's all you can get out. He heard you. But then it's your responsibility to make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings so you can grab your answer. Because this is the thing, God don't call us on the phone, baby. He don't text us. Now it may happen that way because the God work in mysterious ways. So say you say, okay, God, I need your help on something. I'm not understanding what's going on. Can you please help me? Amen. You might get a phone call and it might have some information on that call. You might get a text message. It might have some information on that text. Somebody might come through. You might go outside and see someone. Well, something could happen, in that form. It's just because that's how God reaches out to us. Not always just a direct right then and there. It's not like Bruce Almighty, where he was. So, well, once you ask for God's help, you do have to be vigilant and do your own part, okay? And make sure that you're able to hear him and see him. Pay attention. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in signs. I believe in answers. I believe in things being revealed by my higher power, by my God. So um if that's what you believe, then believe in it, and it will work for you, child. God is truly works over anything that you've ever tried to use for one thing. So I just want to keep that in mind. My videos gotten a little long, and I know people don't be trying to watch long videos, but sometimes because you don't want to do something, you're missing out on something. So keep that in mind.